Julius Caesar was born in 100 BCE to Gaius Julius Caesar the Elder in Aurelia. His father was a member of the gens Julia, containing many important people at the time, including Marcus Antonius, Caesar himself, and all of the Julio-Claudian imperial Roman dynasty. Most members of his family adopted children and practiced polygamy.
However, Caesar's life was in jeopardy when his uncle, the general Marius, died and Sulla rose to power, soon becoming more powerful than Caesar's family. As a last-ditch effort, he made his own campaign in the early 60s BCE, which was a massive success.
Caesar's new campaign gave him position as a consul. A consul is a state representative, making him an important figure. He made deals with two other big political forces, Crassus and Pompey the Great, and the three of them formed the first triumvirate.
They managed to control Rome steadily until Crassus died in the 50s. Pompey and Caesar had a massive fight over power in Rome in 49 BCE. Although a civil war seemed inevitable, Caesar crushed Pompey and his forces. He fled to Egypt, but Caesar executed him. After returning to Rome, Caesar declared himself dictator for life.
Julius Caesar's dictatorship was marked by major ambitious plans, invasions, and decisions. One of his most important accomplishments as dictator was his reform of the Roman calendar. Earlier Roman calendar was lost in synchronization with the seasons due to its reliance on the moon. He shifted the calendar into realignment with the sun and added 10 days to the calendar, making it 365 days. He added 2 days each to January, August, and December, and 1 day each to April, June, September, and November. Perhaps you should stop the filming.
This calendar came to be known as the Julian calendar. Though it is not in use today, it was the basis for the current commonly used calendar, the Gregorian calendar. During his one-year rule as the dictator of Rome, Caesar transformed his politically unstable nation. He relieved Rome's heavy debt, reformed the Senate to better represent the people, reorganized local governments, and granted many foreigners citizenship, making him very popular with the plebeians.
Caesar was a benevolent victor. He let his former enemies hold positions in power. Unfortunately, this brings his untimely downfall. Several members of the Senate, including his former enemy, Gaius Cassius Longinus, started thinking he was ambitious and power-hungry. On March 15th, 44 BCE, the infamous Ides of March, a group of senators stabbed and killed Caesar.
Julius Caesar formed the foundation for a very powerful empire. His great-grandnephew, Gaius Octavian, used his predecessor's popularity with the lower and middle classes to achieve power as the first emperor of Rome in 7 BC. He went under the name Augustus Caesar. However, Caesar also fortified his position as dictator with support from the plebeians. He filled the Senate with his allies and had to receive honors and titles during Senate meetings. He was also the first emperor in history to have his face on coins.